Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's game, passing may come at a cost. The Bills are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Colts team that has to be careful passing the football.
Thank you, Larry. Winter just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field, just south of Buffalo, New York, in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Play action. It's locked. Being chased out left. Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A good pickup there, a 22. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll run. This is Robert Turnbull. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
38 yards on the scamper there.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one...
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Terry out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Left side here, caught by Clay. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Gets past one man. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 82 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Finding some room at midfield. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. Royce have got the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. From the 50, it's Love. And he's going to be out of bounds bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. And he's got Moncrief. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Luck now on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from LSU, Tre'Davious White. And now look at him go. The 30, past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Luck. Trying to lay one up deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
Yeah, if you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Luck. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shamarko Thomas. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They run with Langford. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down, Peterman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now Marshall. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And here's Marshall. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Throw left side complete. It's Marshall. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On 2nd and 10, Luck. He's going to sling this deep down, and Luck will be intercepted for a third time. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
10th carry now for McCoy. They find some open field here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Shifts by him. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Bills have broken the tie. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. Luck. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is third and long. Play fake to Turbin. Now Luck. Uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Peterman on second down. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Detroit! Final play of the half, it's Peterman. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. After the penalty, it's McCoy. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Third and long, it's Peterman. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Barkevious Mingo. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now a play fake, and it's locked. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Shaq Lawson in there to make the make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 4th and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Barkevious Mingo. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 4th and 10 now. 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 10 The Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Fielded at the 43. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. It's McCoy. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On 2nd down, here's Peterman. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Peterman. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And McCoy loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. The 40, 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Now Peterman on 1st down. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Now Peterman, and this one's incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Margus Hunt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. And the Panthers have now taken the lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run with Davis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He won't go down. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Knile Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now it's Peterman. And Matthews has it right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. Out of the gun, Peterman. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, it's Peterman. Over the middle, complete. That's McCoy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On first down, Peterman. Oh, no, he lost the football. From the shotgun, Peterman. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Bills on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll go again to McCoy. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run here with Langford. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Jeremy Langford, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. It's a gain of 5 on the play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And look out. I think he's going to go. A huge play that time for the Colts. 58 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On the toss, Turbin. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Peterman to throw. He finds Matthews. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 yards remaining now on second down. Coming left, Langford. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Peterman. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
All right, here we go. Leopard! Watching now,
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
all right, here we go. Blue 90!
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Let's go! No. Check, Patriot! Back down to that belly, here we go!
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here we go now! Leopard! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Colts are going to win the football game. And the Colts coming out now. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
He'll try to close it out now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry?